there are those who believe that life here began out there, far across the universe, with tribes of humans who may have been the forefathers of the Egyptians, or the Toltecs, or the Mayans. Some believe that there may yet be brothers of man who even now fight to survive somewhere beyond the heavens.
Hello, everybody. It's not Battlestar Galactica night. No, Loki's taking us through some astronomy stuff, and we're just trying to push the envelope of how high we can dial this up. How's it looking over there, dude?
Not too bad. It's a little bit softer than the simulcast on my screen. A little bit of blocking, but that could also be on my end.
Give everything a minute to settle in, too.
Yeah.
Over here, I'm looking real decent on my side.
Yeah, you get the occasional macro blocking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this and start doing a proper stack.
Oh, I was on that 1440. Okay, sorry.
So let's see. Rapid stack, load.
YouTube. Protected copyright material. How many times have you said that to us? Why do you even bother anymore? Oh, come on.
Live stack, clear. And there's that first image. Let's bring up the levels a little bit.
What? Error. You need to change the video resolution. The current resolution, 2560 by 1440, which is not supported for this configuration.
Oh,
what?
The whole ultra low latency, trying to push ultra low latency at 1440. Yeah.
No, but I've got everything dialed. Yeah, but I've got everything dialed for this to highest quality, never mind latency or anything, right? I'm surprised it's saying that to me because 1440 or 40p is a resolution that YouTube offers. What are you doing? What's the problem?
Yeah, the way their setup works is it only offers that on low latency, and then if you drop down to if you push 4K, you have to go to normal latency. Otherwise, you'll just get that error the entirety of time.
Right, I forgot. Okay, hold on a second here. What if I stop streaming?
Just ignore the error, because I've done tons of 1440p streams with the ultra low latency, and I just ignore the damn error and just let it do its thing.
Yeah, okay, we'll let it go. Because I forgot I turned all that shit off in OBS to make sure, and I forgot Studio. Damn. Oh well. Can't win them all.
So let's see.
Grim Exorcist, Real Cygnus, Paul Temple. How's it going, everybody?
And of course, YouTube with their stupid, hey, let's pause the video that you're watching if you switch tabs.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with live streams. I freaking hate that.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon, how's it going? Hobby time. Hey. Yeah, set it up to 1440p, guys. That's what we're pushing this one out at. Get it up full screen and give us a visual report on how good or not good the astro imaging looks. We're just, we're just playing with settings, trying to push it as hard as we can to make sure we give a good looking stream, right?
Yeah. It actually, like I have in my in the notice on my stream, best viewed at 1440p and just let your display scale the video.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm on a 1080p screen, but I still pick 1440.
Yep. Even on a phone, telling your forcing your phone to view it at like 1440, it still looks better. It still scales better.
Yeah, Brandon, or yeah, Grim, that's live right now.
So I'm not sitting here monitoring chat. I don't have that set up. Actually, hold on a second. Pop out chat. Copy. Go over to OBS.
There you go.
Open up the set. Open up that.
I do it with a browser doc because then it's just so much cleaner and nicer to read.
And
there we go.
And there we go.
Yeah, YouTube still bitching.
Oh, it'll bitch the entire time.
Yeah. As long as they don't do anything about
it. There's no way to go, look, dude, I understand. Now shut the hell up.
Yeah, I know. They won't let you change the setting when you're going, so what's the point in telling me? If you're not going to shut me down, fuck off. I mean, really, what's the point? Come on. I don't get it, but, you know. On my side, I'm getting a lovely image. It looks really good.
Yeah, what I'm doing now, folks, you're kind of wondering what's going on, is I'm watching the live stream and comparing it to SharpCap Pro, which is the software used to capture the image. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it as close to what I see on my monitor directly from the camera.
Yeah.
And one of the things is YouTube likes to throw in compression blocks, and they like to kill the gradients. YouTube does not like gradients.
Which is annoying.
Yeah, I mean, how many folks with channels, like big channels that, you know, hey, here's how you live stream, here's how you do this and that, have had videos going, yeah, what you want to do is you actually want to introduce noise into your stream and your videos so that YouTube doesn't screw it up.
Yeah. What the hell, right?
So what I'm seeing here is it is damn close. I definitely got that sharpen filter in OBS dialed in just right.
This for sure proves that Teams is the way to go.
Yeah.
Only Video Ninja could do better, but that costs cash to use, right? Because you got to pay with hardware to play.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you saw my attempt at it. 6 people in Video Ninja with a Ryzen 7 CPU when I was struggling. Like, that's a beast, right?
Yep. Now, right now, doing this the way I'm doing it, my CPU is actually maxed out right now. It's at 97, 98, 100. Now, what happens if I close the simulcast stream over on my channel? Now, let's see. Let's close that. Okay, got that, and okay, so I dropped down to 80%. My machine's still screaming at me, but good thing for quiet fans. In fact, I got for my CPU, I have one of the old Scythe Shuriken V3s, and I replaced that tiny fan with a and ducted it, so it just kind of casually spins up.
Oh,
I mean, I have to really be slamming my machine to hear it. My hard drives are louder than the rest of my computer. Yeah, except for a tiny little bit of the occasional compression blocking, you know, artifacting and all. This is damn close to what's on my screen.
Good.
Damn close.
Good.
I mean, I noticed some of the artifacting in the gradients. But it's very, very subtle. This is very clean.
So this bodes well. Like if we wanted to do a night where we invite other people that image and stuff to, gump into the meets and show us what they got and whatnot, fuck, we could have a pretty good time of it.
Yeah, I would definitely want to, before we do that, we would definitely want to get with them ahead of time so that they can set up OBS just right.
Yeah.
Because if I push this sharpening up, let's see, what do I have the sharpening at? I think I have it set to 20. I have the sharpening set to 25. If I bump it to 30, it goes to shit. It over sharpens.
Yeah. Well, sharpening's always been that way, but with the video you're putting out, man, it must be tricky, right?
Yeah.
I mean, on a TV, the first thing I do when I buy a new TV is open up the menu, go to sharpness, turn it off. I go to motion smoothing, turn it off,
So now I'm looking at this full screen on a 40-something inch display. That whole getting my 1080p TV to fake 4K. It looks good. It looks better than pretty much any other Astro live stream I've ever watched. So we definitely got this dialed in.
It's clean as hell. I wish I had my projector hooked up as well right now, because I'd love to see this at 120 inches in the living room. I'm in the middle of redoing the living room, and I'm in a position now where I can't use the projector until I get a screen, because I was just beaming it on the wall, and I got sick of having a plain wall, right? It just drove me crazy.
Yeah.
There's a guy in town here. He's got a 120-inch screen. Mine goes 124 inches or something, so good enough. And it's used, but it's in like mint shape. It's a hard screen, though, so I'd have to hang it and leave it. And I want to roll up, so I don't want it to just hang there, because that's just, once again, a massive white blank chunk. It doesn't help.
What's funny
but it sure would look nice on it.
Is I'm not actually watching chat. I'm watching the chat through the stream just to get everything like positioned just right. Because I have to do the theater view layout just so I can get the live stream to scale to match what the camera's capturing.
Right.
You get that scaling just right. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I'll play with the live stat settings a little bit. You see how slow it is for that histogram to pop up. That's definitely because the machine's screaming.
Right.
Right there. Let's see how that looks when that comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely catching almost all the subtlety ingredients in the stack on the live stream. This is good.
Yeah, dude, I've got it on my big screen right now, like properly up, and I dimmed off my other two screens so I could really, let my eyes get the one color balance, because I use 3 different monitors, right? It's kind of a clusterfuck. I've just been sitting here for a second, letting my eyes adjust and whatnot. It's brilliant looking. I've seen so much worse on other supposed pro, come on, right? This is good. This is really good. Hey, Skits. Hey, Renee, or me. How's it going, guys? I think I was one of the only people to figure that out when Renee and me was coming around the Shills at first, My ex-wife and I had the same trip with a user account. So I instantly caught the gag. Oh man. My next week completely changed. next week, Loki, we can go hard with some production stuff and background stuff and whatnot, because it turns out that Felix is going to be gone from Sunday night. He only gets back Saturday morning from grandma, but he's going to be back. He's going to be gone from Sunday night until Saturday morning. I have the entire week.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm just going to dig in, stay away from the beer store and get shit done.
Yeah, I think about the only thing pressing for me would be when I go to do my own streams, being able to run this and be able to bring people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now with me maxing out at, like 99, 100%, I wouldn't be able to bring any visuals for anybody who comes in on like Teams or something.
No, but if I can handle it all from here.
Yeah. Well, I also need to be able to do this on my own too. On the nights where you're busy, or you're doing a Shills show, but we're doing a Shills show. I decide to bag out because there's some like major astronomy event or something like that.
It would have been cool to have a live stream going with some really good kit when what was that Hawaiian name thing was passing through?
Oh, well, I missed the comet here because the light pollution was so bad I couldn't shoot it. And that one I really wanted to do with my daughter because that was one of those long period comets and wasn't going to be back for like another 50,000 freaking years.
Yeah. I hate missing that kind of stuff,
Well, I missed the Venus-Jupiter conjunction because of clouds here.
Aaron, I bet they will notice the dip if I don't go to the beer store in a week. Fuck, we're just coming into the time of year where it's absolutely brilliant skies for me over here. I really got to do something about getting myself a mount and camera situation for my scope. I would really like to.
I go darken that up a little bit. Try to see if we can pull out a little bit more of the outer structure. I think that's about all I'm going to get. Yeah, mounts are everything. Mounts are everything. The general rule of thumb is you spend your money on your mount and you fill in the gaps for everything else.
Yeah. Well, that's like when we kind of knew, right? So a couple of years back when we bought that telescope, we were in town just, going around looking at Boxing Day sales, and I got the scope, the mount, the tripod, a Barlow lens, and the little stupid motor, that little hand motor thing, I got that all in for $160 out the door.
Well, for a casual visual scope, that's actually not a bad scope for just casual visual stuff.
Oh yeah, we've just in our backyard we can see the rings of Saturn and we can see some stripes on Jupiter and yada yada blah blah. If we take it out to the edge of town where it's darker, then it's really nice. But for the cash, I mean, holy shit, man! I just I was floored when I got it. Until I realized I needed to buy eyepieces, and I was like, "Fuck!" I think I told you I got that box of Mead eyepieces for like $8 at the thrift store, right? The 5-pack.
So let's see. Let me open up OBS. Poor OBS. Come on, you can open up. There you go. So the private simulcast
says. Oh,
the private simulcast stream that I was doing over on my channel. I'm just going to kill that. Kill off some of the load.
Will it though?
Yeah.
Because isn't sending the same encode to two different places only like maybe extra 7 or 8%? Same encode, right?
Yeah, but when I'm pressing up against 99, 100%.
Yeah,
that extra 6 or 7%.
Even 6 or 7's a big deal.
I mean, I don't even have preview enabled in OBS because that adds a couple percent right there.
Yeah. And see, right now, even with YouTube at 1440 and blah blah, if I don't start clicking around and clicking different browsers, because you know how you get that little peak when you go from app to app.
Yeah,
I'm running 24% CPU right now. But this is the first time we've ever done a live stream on the Shills where I've almost hit 50% of my GPU because we're in 1440 60 frames at what 18K, right? And I'm hitting 42 to 44% of my GPU's encoder ability finally.
Well, I mean, you definitely see the difference between just going from 1080 to 1440.
Yeah, it's
even if you
25%.
Even if you don't change anything else, if you leave the bit rate alone, the encoding level alone, just switching over to 1440, it's an immediate bump in quality.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, you all out there, you'll notice too. Doing all this testing for Astro has taught me a couple things about latency and bitrate and whatnot in YouTube, because I've always gone for the lowest latency possible when we're on the Shills to make sure that we're interacting with the live chat in real time. But I was able to double the visual quality of the Shills shows and only increase the latency by about 100 milliseconds. So I was like, oh, wow. All right, then. So they'll be a lot crisper and cleaner looking coming up. I think my old testing must have been from when I had the 9 series GTX card instead of the whatever super I got now, the 1660. I think I forgot to double check my numbers after that, right? You know, you just get stuck in a rut doing what you do. But one thing I noticed, Loki, which you're probably noticing too, is when you add the second GPU, like I have my 3 screens running on the internal GPU. So all the hardware decoding for the browsers and all that shit is all on the internal. And it gave me all the freedom in the world on the big card to just dial things up like crazy. I just never thought of it. You know, it just never crossed my mind until we started doing this. Can't wait to see. It'll be fucking great. Hey, I can put closed captions up if I want to.
Yeah, I mean, even though I'm just running that crappy card through a 1x slot on the board, it does make a difference.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just kind of one of those, yeah, let's see if I can scrape a couple bucks together to get this riser cable. Because otherwise I'm going to have to kill it. Otherwise I'm going to have to, you know, totally rethink me doing higher quality astronomy streams.
Well, that's one reason why I want to get this fundraiser going coming up this week, because, you know, you need a couple upgrades. I need a life upgrade just with Felix and I and the government screwing us around for his intervention and whatnot right now. Same with Aimee and the same thing. Like, we got to get on this. There's a few of us that could just use a boost, you know, in a big way. Like, it's not just, oh, well, it would be nice. It's holy fuck, I'm just on the verge of screwed, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we talk about this in the background. I'm definitely brick walled at this point with my system right now. And that's why I was looking at that one setup for about $400, because that would be 4 to 5 times more processing capability and all than what I have now.
Yeah.
And that is a significant.
Yeah. That's huge, man. I mean, you know, seriously, that puts you in a position where what you're doing right now would only be 40 to 50%. You'd have all the headroom you need for the other bullshit. Hey, Loretta.
Hey, Loretta. You know. Yeah, I'm just mucking about, trying to see, trying to get these settings dialed in for Astro.
Yeah, let's ask the new people that just joined us there, like Mary and Loretta and a few. How's the visual looking? Make sure you're in 1440p, even if your screen doesn't go that high. Don't worry about it. It's worth it. But this is just a test. We're just trying to get the Astronomy live stuff to look as fucking absolutely perfect as it can. We're quite anal about this stuff. But it pays to be. It's good.
Yeah. And while you're at it, if you like what you see, go subscribe to my damn channel.
There you go.
Actually, come to think about it, yeah, maybe I should start cussing everybody out.
Dear God, man, can you believe that show? Let's not say any names, but oh my God.
Like, what are you bitching about? Oh, I don't have a wrench. The Backyard Observatory doesn't have a wrench, so I can't post links.
Yeah. It's just that was like, oh, I shouldn't even go into it. It's just, one of those things that shouldn't be.
Hey, could you give backyard, could you give my Backyard Observatory in chat a wrench? Here, let me say hi.
Where are you here? Where's the chat? I popped it out. I couldn't even find it. There you are. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's this whole new managing moderator we've got to set up. Hey, Greg. There's two levels of moderator now. There's a normal moderator and a managing moderator. And I guess like managing moderator gets more power or something. I haven't even bothered looking into it yet. I mean, around here, if we need somebody to be a managing moderator, we just give them the fucking login of the channel. It's just easier, More power, yeah. Do I have to grunt now? Her, whatever he used to do. That
OBS and clear that. Where the hell is that? Okay, chat, interact, close. There. Because of the crop, it had my mouse in the wrong spot. So I'll drop the link in one more time. So yeah, this is me, my astronomy channel. I do plan to be focusing, getting back to doing more astronomy, especially with being able to dial this stuff in and after getting that second card in.
Mm-hmm. See if I can more. Now, what's that window that pops up there, Loki? What the fuck you doing?
Is the histogram that allows me to adjust levels in the image.
So this is like if I was in Photoshop and I was doing the levels to kind of, brighten it up or darken it up or get the depth, whatever, I don't really understand that stuff, but that's what you're doing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll bring it back. And I got histogram. I have alignment for its tracking, how the stacking is done.
Stacking. What do you mean there? Like are you taking different frames at different not wavelengths, but
no, what it does is every individual frame, you can look at frame stacked, and it's also up in the info in the upper left-hand side. You got frame stacked. What it's going to do is it's going to take each individual image, align them, and then stack them on top of each other and blend together to the result, average out the result. So that's how you get rid of noise and things like that.
Right. Okay. See, we had a good idea today, YouTube, if you're out there listening, which I doubt, but you could learn something from this one. Instead of Loki having to feed the video to me, which then gets re-encoded back into YouTube, it would be really cool if we could just send multiple cameras to YouTube and do a little hard cut, live TV directing from there as well. Like Loki could have sent in the base image, so it's not getting re-encoded by me. And then I could have layered in the team's audio and any graphics on top and stuff. It's a shame that YouTube hasn't got to that. I mean, it's only 2023. I guess that's too much to ask, isn't it?
Yeah, proper collaboration streaming. Yeah. But look at what I had to look at, the hoops I had to dance through just to get channel partnership.
Yeah.
Charlie Welch in chat. Today it was Pokefish with Sean.
I saw that too. It's funny.
Oh, yeah, because he was, his video screaming about, live streams, this and that, and so on and so
Give
forth. I'm
me
like,
money because I'm Globe Earth's Arwen, or oh my God, man.
So I was like, dude, I have like well over 100 hours of live stream time over the past, 5 years or some shit. My average view per live stream is like 2 people. Yeah. And I'm, and he's going on, him shutting down streams after 10 minutes because people don't show up. The longest stream I did without anybody showing up was 10.5 hours. That was like an all-night imaging session that I shot live.
But I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand that. You don't just simply go on YouTube and click the button to go live, and then YouTube goes, well, we better tell the world you're there. I mean, it's a little more involved.
Well, there's discussion about, some of the stuff I do in the background for smaller channels. I come across a smaller channel that does that, hey, this looks cool. They only have a couple subs. Well, you know what? Yeah. I'm going to put them in the bot so that whenever they post anything, live stream or otherwise, the bot notifies me. I go over and I just open up a tab and let it run just to get them watch hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the weird thing with, so what if you have 1 million subs? If you don't have crap for watch hours, it doesn't mean anything.
No, exactly.
The 3 key things is comments, shares, and watch hours. Yeah. Watch hours alone. If you get you could have a channel with like 5 subscribers. If you get your 1,000 watch hours, there's a lot of options that open up.
Mm-hmm. The watch hours is huge because, I mean, look at Aimee's son. He's got 3.8 thousand subscribers on his YouTube channel, but he can't monetize yet because his videos are 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't got his 4,000 yet, right?
Yep.
But there's so many people that would just love to have his sub count. Holy shit, man. He's kicking ass,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having that sub count. And again, I need to start putting out Astro streams more.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is that you got guys like Chuck's Astro. He does live streams from time to time. Him shooting the sun and stuff like that. But most of your major astronomy channels are putting out content videos because, to be completely honest, watching a proper astronomy session is boring as fuck, even if you're an astronomer.
Yeah. There's the way, I think I've got the way to do it. What you need is all the important geek information on the screen for everybody who shows up that's into it. But you need a few people just hanging out, having banter and stuff to make it a fun stream at the same time. That's what's missing. Like, that guy I posted the link from today, I won't say his name or anything. We'll post his link coming up next week or whatever. But he does some really good stuff. He's got some good gear and whatnot, but he's not even there. He's just showing the image and playing some lame, generic, fucking modern version of elevator music. Nobody cares.
A person that gets amazing watch hours and interaction and stuff like that is John Michelson. He did oh God, what was it, like a 14-hour or 15-hour live stream, and people were in chat. And the real key thing with doing astronomy live streams, like I've been doing this when technically I've been stacking this 3 minutes too long. Every single one of his objects, every single target he shoots, the stacks are 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and that's it. Because that's just enough to watch it fill out and everything, interact with chat, have some fun, and then move on to the next object.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I'm shooting this one is because of the gradients and everything involved and the tiny little details and stuff. It just being the perfect thing to fine tune.
Yeah. No, just as I popped up the alien head, I look over and Shayna Caldwell says, I like the alien pop-ups. Well, there you go. I've already put the UFO up a couple of times. I got to get the George Jetson sound for it. I can't do that. You know what I mean? I need that. Oh. Okay. There we go.
Let's see. Is there? Yeah, that's really low in the sky. Let me go ahead and clear that and shoot something random.
We could rewrite songs to this. The nebula in the sky keeps on growing.
And I played around a little bit with some proper stacking last night for a little bit, but I wonder if I could catch that. Hold on. And by the way, folks, I'm not even saving these stacks right now. This is just testing.
Oh, wow, Loki. You just caught an amazing view of the space station going by. That was awesome. Wasn't helped by me at all, I'm telling you.
That. Right now, we're just watching the Mount Slough. Yes, I know. Stop telling me to change my bit depth, okay? Piss off.
Yeah.
By the way, there's no way to turn off these notifications. If you want more detail, you should use a higher bit depth. I know. Stop telling me.
No, there is a way to turn off those notifications. Is this a window capture? Can't you just simply crop it?
No, if I crop out the top portion of the image area.
Yeah, you would lose M3 and the whole bit, right? The NGC number and everything.
And that's going to be bright for a second because I'm going to plate solve. Let's see if it'll plate solve. No, because my sky's too goddamn bright. So where the hell am I? Okay, I'll go over to the moon. Use the moon as a reference. I'll definitely need to dial this down.
Oh, I forgot. I've got the pop-up button. Yeah. I'm not used to having it anymore. Usually somebody else does it. That might be a thing that we have available to one of our members or somebody that helps out and whatnot. There's a couple of background tasks that just might be up for grabs on the team here.
The reticule. There's your crosshairs.
Yeah, wait a minute. I was just going for it. Oh my God, where is it? Target acquired. Oh, and I forgot to size it to the screen. Dope.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So current object, sync to current object. Now I will load that again. It'll get really bright, and I will slew. Come on. Subject, slew. There we go.
Aaron Reese says, this stream needs an idiot like me to spice it up. I'm like, but then there'd be two of us. You want the link, Aaron? I think I know how to do it now. I'm so bad with this fucking team still. I just hate it.
All right, those colors are way off. There, that's close enough. I'm also shooting in the direction of all the light pollution. Well, the bulk of the light pollution.
Seth, exactly.
Oh, did you tell
really,
them about-
Aaron? You haven't been married that long then. Oh, have fun. I'm just kidding.
So did you tell them about your name change? That you're no longer Dick Dawson, you're now Penis Dawson because penis is not a flag word?
Yeah. I can intro the show and say, good evening, fellow babies. I'm Penis Dawson and welcome to the Shills. But I can't say, hello, fellow babies, and welcome to the Shills. I'm Dick Dawson. We'll get demonetized on the spot if I say Dick within the first, 17 to 25 seconds, whatever it is. Fucking ridiculous. My own name is on the list. You can't make this shit up. I should change my name to Ricardo Montalban, and I could do commercials telling you all about the fine virtues of fine Corinthian leather. Some of the best car commercials anywhere. The Corinthian leather was not even a thing. Chrysler just used the word to make it sound fancy. It's just so stupid.
Corinthian leather, so they skinned a bunch of Italians?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh shit.
So that bad gradient on the left hand of the screen over here, that's the city. And that's a bunch of white LED lights, so there's no way to filter that out.
Wow, you can really see it too, eh?
Yeah.
Arguing bastages.
Yeah.
See, I say that joke and it turns out I don't even know the movie. Although I thought it was from something else.
There we go. A little bit better centered.
That right there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those who identify however the fuck you want, is the balloon knot of the universe. Pearson. Yeah, Johnny Dangerously, love that one. You know, you should be arrested for murdering the English language. Isn't that it, Reese? Isn't that?
There we go.
They do it in Moon Over Parador too. There's a guy who just butchers everything he says. It's really funny. That was a great classic movie. Richard Dreyfuss, really good. Oh, Repo Sandman. I used to have access to a 16-inch scope. Dear Lord, can you imagine? Yeah, that's it, Aaron. Yeah. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, 16. Nice. 16-inch scope is nice.
Fucking right.
There's a guy in the local club. He he doesn't take it out much to public events, but he has a 30-something inch collapsible Dobsonian.
One of the original 25 Microsoft guys lives just like half an hour down the valley from me, up on the side of the hill, and he's got like a badass observatory that's basically like Mount Wilson, except it's attached to his house. It's fucking crazy, man. Can you imagine? Yeah, we'll just go out to the 100-incher here. Let me open the dome. What? But he's got the full round dome and everything, and it's like exactly like what you would see, like, up at Keck or whatever. It's fucking crazy, man. We had brutal forest fires here about 12, 13 years ago, and he was just in the media begging for help to save his home because the fire was coming right down the hill towards his house. And a couple of the bombers laid down that red shit and whatnot. And sure enough, they did save his place. And he stood tall and set up all of the local search and rescue and fire people and whatnot with fat donations afterwards. Like, he really did come good.
Nice.
Yeah. It was like, nobody ever sees the guy. He just, has his little hideaway up there, and he probably lives in Seattle otherwise or whatever, right? But it is his second home. So he, it was good to see.
What's funny is with the modifications that I've done to this lens to get it to be 100 millimeter aperture f5 for Maxitov. The funny thing is the company that actually manufactured this lens manufactures observatory grade telescopes, and they have essentially the equivalent to this in an 8-inch. And like, I want so bad, and the price is 3 times that of the Celestron Rasa. It's one of those. Yeah, so you give them about 10 grand, and then they decide to actually build it. A number of the nice high-end scopes are like that. That's actually part of the reason why I went after the real Pax when he said, "Oh yeah, I have this Elzas, this 7-inch or 8-inch Elzas APO reflector or refractor." Mm-hmm. It's like a $30,000, or no, yeah, it's like a $30,000 scope that requires like a $50,000 mount. Oh yeah, that's my scope.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought of that. Let alone the mirror and everything, the goddamn mount and everything to move and keep that thing like perfect and oh wow, I never thought of that part. Good call.
Yeah, and one of the things that called it out is him saying he had that scope, and you can count on 2 hands the number of 7-inch refractors east of the Mississippi.
And
then,
wow.
And then from that specific manufacturer, I think there's only 2 or 3 of that specific scope in the U.S.
Right. That's intense. There's a guy in town here who's got a really big one in the backyard. And he was, for like a time, really good about like being in the local club and, hanging out with the community and everything. And boom, he just kind of shut down and won't communicate with people anymore. A few of us have actively speculated, like, some crushing thing in life or something. Who knows? And what, but it was a shame because his backyard was one of the most popular with the younger kids. It was an amazing place to, go and hang out for the evening. I need 1 second here. I'll be right back. Hold on here. Hey, see ya, beauty.
Repost in the chat. The thing is, the most basic scope viewing is easy with a basic scope. Yeah. I mean, what you're actually viewing through right now is nothing but a technically a mirror lens from the 1980s. And you could grab just random scrap shit off of eBay and see a lot. Hey, CF. We're just kind of mucking about, fine-tuning all the settings. So now all the folks that donated for the astronomy slots and everything and helped the Empress with her mount, you guys will have a really good idea as to what you guys are going to end up getting on your end. Let's see, it's been about 10 minutes. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull any more in. I'm also not running light pollution filters. Let's find another quick random target.
You know, I know quite a few stories from like the history of scientific endeavors over the years. There's so many I don't even know where to start, right? Like Faraday with the electric motor and yada yada blah blah. What is the story and who developed or created the equatorial mount?
Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm surprised it's not a bigger story because it's kind of a cool thing. Like in just taking a regular tripod and going, wait a minute now, if I just had this thing curved and holy fuck, look at that track now. I mean, like what a brilliant move it was.
Yeah. Because I mean, a lot of the mounts before then were yoke mounts.
Yeah.
And which is basically an alt-azimuth mount on its side.
Yeah.
Most part. And hold on, I'm selecting a target. I'm gonna slew over to it. But they're not, yoke mounts really aren't portable.
No.
They're for like large observatories, and for smaller setups, an EQ mount does make a big difference.
They're awesome. You know, I mean, just the ability as I'm standing there doing my thing, you know, I turn to the side, maybe grab a cigarette and a beer. I'm chatting with my buddy or whatever. I go back to the scope and look, and I just have to grab that one dial and twist it a little bit just because, you know, tracking up. I mean, it's so lovely, right?
Yeah, hold on a second. I think my camera froze. No, it's because I was running.
Repo's got a point. The best scope and the best chess book are the ones you use.
Yeah.
Right. You know, that sometimes comes down to like musical instruments. One of the most important repertoire, or one of the most important guitars in your arsenal of musical instruments, is your beater campfire acoustic guitar for just hanging out, singing and playing and having a few and whatnot. I mean, you don't bring out some beautiful whatever guitar to do that. But yet you play that cheap ass one a lot. Oh yeah. Is it really Fraunhofer? No shit. That son of a bitch is all over the history books for wicked things he pulled off. Holy shit, man.
Fraunhofer's bloody brilliant. The shit he did with optics and all this other shit,
dude,
amazing.
Yeah, and the story of his youth and how he got out of it is really, really, like, he as a child was orphaned and then sold off to this dick who had him stirring like harsh toxic chemicals and wouldn't let him go to school. Dickhead's house crashes and caves in. Once his name comes over the, you know, one of the king prince leader people or whatever, and helped get him out of it. And boom, look what happened. Look what the result, what Fraunhofer brought to the world, right? Wow.
Well, yeah, it's also part of the reason why I do some of the stuff that I do is, yeah, so hold on, I'm slewing over. You know what? Not everybody has a telescope. You know what? Not everybody has, can see the stars. Not everybody, not all the schools have observatories nearby that they can go to and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Experience and shit. So, just put it out there. Some kid or some older person who's always had an interest may look at my stream and go, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then investigate further, and of course end up subbing over on Dylan O'Donnell's channel. Damn Aussie. But yeah, it's just put it out there,
Exactly.
Not sure.
Oh shit! My doorbell rang. Sorry, 1 sec here, dude. I'll be quick. I'll just get rid of him. Be real quick.
I don't know if I will be able to pull this or not, but let's see. Yes, live stack. I told you to clear. Go on. You can do it. Of course, the colors are all off because I was shooting over on the other side of the sky. Right about there. Come on, hide. Hey, Mr. Live Stacking thing, you can hide now. And of course you don't want to.
Okay, that was cute. A couple of the younger girls in the neighborhood coming to see if Felix was home to go out and play. Felix is so gentle that the younger girls like hanging out with him because he never gets all rowdy and rough and starts showing off like the other kids. He just does his thing. He doesn't care.
Find that other window, and that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the Leo triplet. Now I'm just going to quick stack this, and then I'll pretty much call it a wraps.
What's a quick stack? Oh, okay, right. I get it.
And it's like a couple minutes. Then I can park the scope, cover it up, get off to bed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with myself. Yeah. You know what I might try is that thing where I stream a movie privately through that special link service that we know of to some of the, Shills viewers and members and whatnot. And then we can do a hangout of it on the show talking about it, but not getting in shit for watching it because it's on a different web browser tab. Right? That might be a cool idea to try.
I think I've seen a couple streams like that where folks are reviewing movies, like properly reviewing movies, and it's basically them sitting there watching the movie. That's the live stream, and they're commenting on it while they watch the movie.
Yeah, except I wouldn't want to do it like that. What I'd want to do is watch like an absolute classic comedy movie where nobody misses anything if you're goofing off while it goes by.
Yeah.
Right? You don't, I wouldn't want to take it like serious or anything, but there's a thing I have. And I can give out a link so that we can all watch the movie perfectly in sync and good quality on the web browser. And we can watch anything we want because I can just get anything I want to use on this service. I happen to have those sources. But it might be cool. One of these days, dude, I got to install some of the Jackbox games that the Shills bought. And we should have a game night. It's just never really happened.
That's so funny is I'm not really a games person. That's part of the reason why I never did some of the game stuff. It's just like,
Oh, a couple of them are real fun. Like it's crazy funny when you get people that know how to goof around with it and enjoy the moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I got Jackbox 1, 2, and 3, the packs so far. I bought the 3 packs. What store did I even buy them from? Look, I don't know. I don't play video games. Where did I get them? I don't even know how to get them again now. Shit. I bet they're... anybody that plays games out there, can you name a couple of the game stores? I know it's not Steam.
Epic has its own game store.
Epic. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I got some games from Epic, just the free stuff.
Yeah, I usually get games from like GOG games because literally, like, I still would rather play Need for Speed Porsche or Unreal Tournament Game of the Year edition, to be honest. I'm just so pathetically out of date. Just recently, I was playing Civilization 2 Gold multiplayer edition. The hoops I had to go through to make that old game run on Windows 10, it was insanity. But I did it.
So I'm still looking at this. The live stream is a little bit noisier due to the sharpening, but again, we're not getting the artifacting, which was critical.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something to do with the sharpening level that's helping with that.
Yeah, and it really is a matter of getting it just right.
Yeah. When I did that pause, I did push us up to 19K as well. So, like, I'm force feeding YouTube data right now, right? I'm just stuffing it down their fucking throats.
What's nice is you're able to see just a little bit of structure here.
Yeah.
Into structure there. Actually, let me bring this up and see how this looks on the stream once it pops up.
Dick will start a game and fall asleep. No, it's not that late yet, Tony. Jesus Christ, this isn't Discord.
Definitely picking up on my screen, picking up structure here and here. You can see it on the live stream. Get little hints of dust lanes here.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah.
Oh, dude, top right one for me is really looking good. Oh, you moved it. Okay, yeah. I'm really getting some nice stuff right there on the right.
Now,
like I'm seeing arm action the whole bit. Like, you know,
the live stream doesn't like it when I scroll the thing, but other than that, yeah, it's looking good. And one of the reasons, you know, with like short stacking, 15 minutes, 30 minutes kind of thing, when you're doing Astro streams like this, is, in all honesty, for me to properly shoot this, I need to put some pretty heavy filters. I need to do some pretty heavy filtering on the scope, and I would need to shoot this all night long.
Right.
Probably multiple nights. Like Chuck's Astro, he's gotten some NASA astronomy pictures of the day.
I'm sorry, what did you just say you did to Chuck's ass again?
So Chuck's Astro has got some astronomy pictures of the day, and that pretty much started happening after he started taking like a week to shoot a single target, because he started shooting narrowband filters, and one night after the other with a narrowband filter on a nebula, night after night, and then all the damn processing on the backside when you get done.
Right.
But for live streams like this, who the hell's going to watch me capture this image for like 12 hours straight? Nobody.
Right. Everybody just saw puppy poop in space.
So it looks like I need to reshoot my darks or my flats to this to clean up what's over here on the left-hand side, that glow on the left-hand side. But even after you shoot like this, there's still all that stuff in the back end. You got to reprocess these images through like a couple different pieces of software before you even get to something like Photoshop.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I have a video I downloaded recently. I'll send it over to you. It is a dude from NASA who goes into detail on how they take and layer and do color and all that and whatnot to the images. It's really cool. It got to the point where I was like, okay, I can't even follow you anymore. I'll just give this to Loki. He'll explain it to me. Yeah, Tony, that was Leica.
Oh yeah, where they'll sit there and shoot in. Let's see, if you're doing a mono camera and standard color output, that's 4 filters: red, green, and blue, and then your luminance filter for your blacks and whites. Shoot narrowband, then you have to do it per what you're shooting for. So like if you're shooting nebula with a lot of stuff in it, you'd have an oxygen filter, hydrogen filter, sulfur filter, and all that. You'd shoot all those, and you got to layer all that stuff in, got to align it just right, and yeah. It's actually less time and less effort for me to drive 6 hours to a dark site than it would be to set up, have a setup with filters,
Right.
narrowband filters.
I forgot Grubby. I got Grubby up now. Can't do a live stream for astronomy without a fucking grub muffin. Here, flying the UFO again. You know what I found out just the other day? I use Hit Film Express as my video editor. It's got amazing composite shot abilities and whatnot, especially for like a free, but they have plug-in packs, you know, kind of fucking thing. You can't put GIFs in it. It can't handle GIFs. You can't just drop a GIF in and use it in the video. I was like, what the fuck? I dropped a GIF in and it turned it into all the individual frames on me. And I was like, what just happened? Holy fuck. So, but I've got a video converter installed in my Windows where I just have to right click and I can convert anything to anything. So boom. No, it was an easy fix, but still I was blown away. Like, how can a video editor not handle a GIF? You know? Or a GIF, depending on who you are. Sorry, it's GIF. Fuck you. But it's graphical interchange format. GIF.
Yeah, that's kind of pretty much it. I think we got it nailed down.
Totally. Look at, like, I'm like, you know, this is not some super long exposure shit and whatnot. And look at what we got on the screen right now. Like, that's pretty badass.
Now, the drawback is, and this is one of the things I've been wishing I could resolve, is if you see that star there in the middle,
yep,
those streaks and everything that are coming out from it, that's because the rear element of this 1980s, early 90s mirror lens, the rear element is pitted and scratched, and the multi-coating's coming off.
Okay.
So it's kind of one of those, generally with, my budget, if I go to get optics, I got to get stuff I need to take apart and clean and things like that. And this one I went to clean the rear element, and it already had pits and scratches in it, but I went to clean the rear element, and the multi-coating on the optics started to come off. And that was with a warm soap water bath.
Well,
it's like, ooh,
it's funny. It's funny you bring this up because I know my primary mirror needs a clean. And I was going to get a hold of you about this. Like, what the fuck do I do? Because it's just at that point where I know it, right? And I don't want to touch it. I don't know what to do.
Well, when it's sitting in the house, you got the cover on, right?
Yeah.
Here's what you do. You grab a bright flashlight, you shine it down the tube, and you stare at the mirror.
Yeah.
If that mirror is not hazed over, like you get like that bluish oil sheen or something like that from particulate in the air, if that mirror is not hazed, you don't touch it. You don't clean it.
Okay, I'll have to try. I mean, I don't think I've ever, examined it that hard before, but if the light is right and I take the cover off and look, I can just tell by looking. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Because there's been times where the cover has been off of the telescope for 3 days at a time. I didn't notice because Felix had taken it off or whatever. Or, there's been a couple of times when I've noticed that the kids were looking at it when Felix had friends over. And I'm like, holy fuck. Like, it's not a clean thing.
Yeah, but if there's a little bit of dust or whatever and stuff on the primary mirror, don't worry about it. Because generally on the lower end consumer scopes, those mirrors are not protective coated. So if you go to clean it, you're trying to clean off a raw mirrored surface.
Yeah.
And aluminum does not like being washed at all.
Yeah, like I saw a couple things online where people say, you just put some dish soap on it and you just, without using any pressure, just spread the soap around with your fingers and then run demineralized whatever water over top to rinse it. Like,
distilled water. Yeah.
Few jugs.
Warm distilled water.
Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, spread dish soap around with my fingers. I mean, my fingers are so calloused up from guitar playing. I could be grinding grit in and I might not even notice,
There's a secret to that. You have to get your hands soaking wet. I mean, seriously soaking wet. Just soak them in water till the skin gets really soft.
Yes.
And then you scrub your hands down until you stop getting stuff off your fingers. And then with your fingers still soaking wet, that's when you very gently. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I never thought of that. And nobody said that in the thing, right? Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I'll double check with the whole, I'll give it a really good exam. And I got a couple of really good lights around and whatnot. Did I ever speak? What the hell is my system crashing? Okay, hold on. Okay, good. Okay, everything just locked up for a second there. Did the stream just buffer for you guys, or was everything all right? I mean, my things didn't spike, but I couldn't click a window. That was kind of weird. I don't know if I ever told you this one, Loki, but when my son was young, his mom went on some heavy metal cruise with like 15 of her friends, and they stopped in Dubai for like a day or whatever, right? And she bought a laser pen that does all these fancy patterns when you twist the little tip, and for him. And when she gave it to him and he opened it. It's this big honking laser pen. This is no cat pointer, right? Like this is way bigger than a pen. It's thick and big, and it says right in it green laser, and I was like, holy shit. And I instantly grabbed it and I'm like, that's not for children. And I live in a valley that's pretty skinny, but still, with binoculars, I can plainly see the green dot about 6 miles away up on the side of the hill when I take off the stupid tip and just use it straight. It's unbelievable. She almost gave it to a child. Holy fuck.
Oh, one of those Chinese specials that are like way outside of legal limits and things like that.
Totally. Yeah. Like I bet if this thing had, like, if I had a little meter that I could point at, you know, like some of the laser channels on YouTube do, I bet this thing is fucking 3/4 of a watt, if not a full watt. Like, it's insane what it can do, man. Holy shit. One day, when we first got it, I powered it up and we were outside on the road and I pointed it at a street sign, like a stop sign that might have been, I don't know, half mile, quarter mile, whatever up the road. And the flash into my eye scared the fuck out of me. And I instantly just turned it off, put the batteries out and went back inside. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Holy fuck.
One of those, that's it, I'm done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other bad thing about those cheap Chinese laser pointers, especially the green ones, when they get cold, they emit a crap load of infrared.
Oh.
They essentially almost function like an infrared laser.
Right.
Which, most of your protective glasses don't protect against. And you can totally destroy somebody's retinas and never know.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is fucking dangerous. I did it properly one night where I found an empty spot on the hill where there's no houses around at all, and we got the binoculars out, and we found boulders where we could still see the round dot of the laser, not, you know, a flash of green, but you could still, like, that's how fucking strong this stupid thing is, right? And they just, you know, oh yeah, here you go, here's a great toy. I mean, what?
Now, we'll use at like public events when you're way out away from a bit away from the city and stuff, a lot of astronomy clubs will use those bright green lasers as pointers in the sky. But it's one of those, look around, make sure there's no jets in the sky. Okay, now we can point at this. Yeah.
I kept it though because it's cool, right? You know, I mean, what else are you gonna do with it, you know?
All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up, but before I do, we'll do another nice, quick, tight little look.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
And there we go. I mean, that's what I was able to get in like 20 minutes or so. Later,
see, that's a great view. I'm seeing spiraling from the right one and everything. Like, that's amazing.
And I still have with some of these oblong stars and stuff. I still have optical issues that I can't resolve with this scope, with this lens.
Yeah.
Because it's from an f5 lens to an f10 lens to an f5 lens with me using just spare optics I had in a junk drawer.
That's not a sentence most people say, dude. You know, I have junk drawers full of electronics, like computer parts and everything, and even things like weird switch boxes and stuff. It's just the way it is. But, you know, even I find a junk drawer full of optics almost odd. You know?
Well, it's like I needed to do I needed some sort of remote focuser for this. So I took the drive belt out of a dead scanner, looped that around the lens, hot glued that down. I needed a motor with a gear on it, with a reduction gear and a gear drive. So I got a little $5 eBay find, basically one of those cheap CCTV zoom lenses that have the gearing motors in it. So yanked that motor out. That's hot glued as well. And that's connected to basically a 9-volt battery with a toggle switch. That's how I focus the thing.
Oh, shit. We'll have to try to find you an Arduino, because then you could get fine control over that bitch.
Well, I'm not going to sit there and program all that crap.
I bet it's already out there. All you have to do is grab it and just adjust the, the fine tuning to the motor.
Now you need a stepper motor, and you got to code the Arduino for it and all.
There's so many. Yeah, but there's so many different Arduino codes out there. I bet you could get a cheap stepper motor for an RC car for like $20 or whatever, and then boom, away you go. You'd have wicked control.
Ideally, what you do is you use one of the electronic focusing boxes from like ZWO or something. It's already coded USB. All it needs is is the drives and everything.
Yeah, but that's not.
Well, see, the key thing is that with that kind of setup, with the focus boxes, I plug that in. My astronomy software will automatically recognize it and autofocus.
Right.
The scope.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about perfect for astronomy though. I was just talking about the geeking out of making the whole thing. I was like, hey, you built one, great. Let's take the idea further. That's all. I love that kind of thing, right? That's one of the things that attracts me to the Mr. D10 Nano boxes for retro computing, because it's FPGA and it's just amazing. I love it.
Well, that's kind of one of the deals with Astro Gear for like my Skycam. Everybody's using Raspberry Pi. Pretty much all the AllSky software is all written specifically for Raspberry Pi. And I'm like, but I have an Intel compute stick that costs less than a Pi. It's more powerful. It just runs Windows.
Yeah, but they're not as. But the Intel compute stick isn't everywhere like the Pi. That's the problem. The Pi just took over, right?
Yeah. Which is a real shame, because
they're cheap though. They're supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, after the whole COVID lockdown, they went up. They're like a couple $100 now.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, but that's supply and demand, not, the actual reality of it. When the Pi, for the most part, the Pi fulfilled what it wanted to, I would say big time. But, I really wanted that one Raspberry Pi that's embedded in a little keyboard. So it's like having a Commodore 64, except it's a Linux box, right? I wanted that one real bad, man.
But yeah, go ahead and wrap it up, because it's getting a little late here. But hey, as long as folks out there in YouTube land are happy with the quality, I mean, to be completely honest, I'm actually happy with the quality with what's going out.
Yeah. The full screen in 1440 on my proper, my best monitor in the middle looks badass. Looks great.
Now it's just a matter of fighting weather so that we can do the donator stream. Because the crappy part is it's supposed to be cloudy and rainy this weekend.
Figures. Well, all this week I'm kid free, so we can slip in a really good stream and let everybody know and whatnot. Let's just keep the weather in check, or keep the weather checked and whatnot, and see, right?
And just kind of let folks know, hey, if you donated for the astronomy slot, or donated to help the Empress get her mount, we're doing the live streams, and we're fulfilling all that. We're going to be shooting targets for everybody.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons why I didn't do regular astronomy streams on my astronomy channel, was because the best time to do it is the weekend. I don't have to deal with, various other things, and, I can have the little one hang out with me and stuff like that. And it was just Friday, cloudy, Saturday, rainy, Sunday. Oh, it's going to clear up, but she has to go to school in the morning. Crap.
Exactly.
Oh, look, it's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, and the skies are pristine. They're stable. The moon's not out and lighting up half the damn sky.
Hey, Titan.
But I get to cook dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm, as a mostly single parent, I'm all so familiar. Oh, yeah. You know, or Felix and I'll get the telescope out. We'll get it all set up. It's sitting there. It's getting the temperature so I can culminate and all that stuff. And then we're finally ready to go. And a couple of the neighborhood kids come out and he buggers off. All right. See you later. Oh, fuck. What are you going to do?
Well, that's where the tiny little mount that died, that folks ended up, again, so many thanks to those that helped us replace her mount. The nice thing about that whole setup is, yeah, you just slap something on there, take it outside. It only weighs like, 20, 30 pounds or anything, if that.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we have 3 hours of clear sky before it goes to shit. Okay, go out, plop it down, turn it on, and go at it.
Yeah.
And then, okay, well, it's getting cloudy, so let's just bring the stuff back inside versus, lugging out 100 pounds worth of gear.
Yeah. Totally. I hear you for sure.
All right.
For sure.
So definitely got to get going now. Okay.
All right. Well, if anybody in the chat still feels like hanging out and stuff, I might just pause this stream. Actually, no, I would have to. No, I'll just pause the stream and kick it back in, and we can have a little hangout and shit. Yeah, I would only have to pause for like 30 seconds. I can just flip the switch over here and turn it into something else. So maybe that's what we'll do.
And for those who don't know, yes, that link is me. That is my Astro channel.
Yeah, that's where you find the Martian at night. Turns out he doesn't go home. He stays on Earth in somebody's backyard. Creepy shit.
Yeah, but the random stray cats that come out are just so tasty when you barbecue them right.
I was just gonna say you should move to Chinatown then. No, okay, well we won't do that. All right,
we got it dialed in. This looks good.
Yeah,
I am pleased.
All right. Yay. Reminds me of Valve. That's funny. I had an Alf stuffy when I was young, and I wasn't that young. Like, I was a little older for Alf. And I remember when my parents got me the Alf stuffy, they were like, well, you still have Garfield and stuff in your room. We thought you might want Alf. I was like, but they're nostalgia to me from being a kid. This is just that TV show thing. Really? Like, I was shocked,
So you got something to switch over to when I leave?
No, not yet, but I'll figure something out. I mean, fuck, I'm not bad at this.
Okay. See you. Bye-bye,
right.
Stars.
So we'll say goodbye to Loki. He's going to go away, and I'll pause the stream really fast and fire it back up in the other setup. And, maybe we can bring up a couple of tunes on YouTube and just, bring up some funny videos or whatever. And whoever wants to join can, and blah, blah, and whatnot. But yeah, Loki, let everybody know what's coming up your way and whatnot before you run.
Well, this is pretty much it. Just getting stuff set up for the live streaming for everybody that donated. That's actually what I've been focusing on. Except, I don't have anything planned for my channels anytime soon. Right. I mean, we'll see you guys. We'll see all these folks this weekend.
Yeah. And I think we dialed it in awesome. So badass.
Now I just need to get a few thousand subs on my Astro channel so I can monetize it and show all these other guys how it's actually done.
Wouldn't that be the shit, right? That'd be awesome.
Yep. Oh,
Fucking right.
later on.
Okay, buddy. Take it easy. Everything will go dark in a second because I don't have anything else set up. Yeah, see, it just goes to this shit now. So I'm going to pause this for a minute. Maybe what I'll do is just start. You know what? Here, hold on a second here. I know what to do. I know what to do. What we should do is go over to the Shills U channel where I can fuck around and not get in trouble. That's the idea here. I'm going to make an event real quick, and then I'll put the link for everybody into the chat here. Yeah. All right. Here we go. I'm almost there. It's not that hard. I've done this before. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Holy shit. We're almost there. I'll set it to, what is it, 8:36? So I'll set it to 8:45. So we have a couple of minutes. Everybody can, take a leak, rub one out, do whatever you do that makes you happy. Here's the link. Hold on. It's coming up. All right. Here we go. Here's the link, everybody. I'll end this stream in just a second here, and we can meet up over there, hang out a little bit, play some tunes or something, get in proper trouble. So I will, I'm going to kick the ending out here. I think if I do this, it should work.
There are those who believe that life here began out there, far across the universe, with tribes of humans who may have been the forefathers of the Egyptians, or the Toltecs, or the Mayans. Some believe that there may yet be brothers of man who even now fight to survive somewhere beyond the heavens.